Morning. Man, I have got a ton of work to do today. So I'm going to try and put some of this on video for you guys, but not only do I have to come out here and do applications to this new seed I planted, I've got a fence guy coming out to quote a fence for me. We're going to do a fence back here, even though it's premature. I want to get the quote. I don't know why, but that brown gutter right there, we didn't replace it. And it's pouring water down right there, and it's actually making a hole into the foundation. So I've got a gutter guy coming to replace that one piece of gutter today. I got a dumpster, a 30-yard dumpster coming today. The skid steer is being picked up today. I didn't have to have an alarm clock at 5 a.m. I'm up and ready to go. But here's what I plan to do today. I'm going to talk to you guys about seeding, fertilizing new lawns. Real quick, I'll talk about Char versus dirt booster. That question keeps coming up, so I'll address that. And I'll just put some stuff on video. And then I got to water this to get I'm trying to get some germination as fast as possible before any heavy thunderstorms come in. So hold on. Okay, so first of all, let's talk about Char versus dirt booster. When do you use the two products? You can use Char all year long. You can put it out. But if you're going to use Dirt Booster, you don't really need to use Char because there's so much Char inside of Dirt Booster already. So Dirt Booster has Char. It has the corn, dry corn particles. It has molasses particles. It has soil microbes. And it has good mycorrhizal fungi. I want you to stop. I want you to pause the video, open a new tab, and I want you to Google mycorrhizal fungi and understand the symbiotic relationship between all plants in the world and their roots and mycorrhizal fungi. That's why we added it to the Dirt Booster. When does good fungus grow, or when does fungus grow? Warm, humid temperatures. So June through, for me, that's going to be June through September. I can use Dirt Booster in place of Char if I want to. Yes, you're going to get a small amount of nutrients, but you're also going to get so much organic material into your dirt. So this dirt, parts of this area here, look at this. I mean, this is basically, it's like silt, clay, and decomposed bedrock. There's nothing organic in this. Absolutely nothing organic in this here. So I need to be putting down, I will be putting down a lot of Dirt Booster next year probably. It depends on the time of germination. If I start to get germination and I'm actually have to cut this, once I cut it, I'll put out some Dirt Booster. But that's when you do it. Char, you can put down this time if you don't want to put down Dirt Booster. But Char, I focus during the times when the colder weather. I'm not going to have mycorrhizal fungi grow in the winter. I'm not going to have a bunch of active soil microbes. I'm not going to have a decomposition process to break down the organic matter, so you don't want to use organics in the wintertime or cold weather. So I'll switch over to Char. I'm adding a ton of biochar and humic acid into the soil. So that's when people ask, say, why would you use this versus that? Why is my hand green? There's some torn up areas around here. See these torn up areas where what I'm doing is I'm actually shaving this and creating a drainage area down here. I mean, this is a massive slope down there towards those woods, and there's a drain down there. So I've thrown out some grass seed over here because I just don't want to leave it raw dirt. So this morning I took the rest of my seed and I threw it over here, and I'll run it over with the track hoe. But today I got to get these products out. I need to get the Char out. I got 2 bags of Char. They're big bags. And then I got 3 bags of PGF Balance. So let's talk about new seed and new lawns. When you have a new seed or new lawn, you basically want to use everything that you should be using. Really is pretty much a fast release product. You're going to want to put it out very, very mild. So the only way to do that is to have tiny particle size. And let me repeat this. The only way to put out a mild fertilizer and get good distribution is to have tiny particle size. And that's why PGF Balance was created. Now we use it in the fall, we use it in the spring, use it on new lawn. It's a 10-10-10 with micros and iron, and it has everything that you need. But it's very, very fine. It's all fast release. Now it's not like a DG product where it's super fast release, but it's going to release within, anywhere from 1 to 4 week mark versus a slow release that may take months to break down and release. So I don't want to put down slow release. So I'll put down PGF Balance. The number one thing you should do if you plan to seed a lawn, if you plan to sod, the number one thing I want you to do is stop right now and go get a soil test. you need to know what you're going to put down. If you have high phosphorus, then I probably wouldn't put down the Balance if you have a high phosphorus problem. But if you're not going to do a soil test, or if you have a fairly normal lawn, I would put down PGF Balance as my fertilizer. You put it down at the bag rate. It's a very mild fertilizer. It's only 10% nitrogen. You got that? 10, 10, 10. So it's very mild. So I'll put down Char down here. I'll put down the PGF Balance, and I'm going to start the sprinkler. Then I got to mix up a spray tank. David came by, and he bush hogged my upper field. That just all that horse nettle was up there. So we've killed it off. I'm going to replant that. What else have I got to do? We're getting ready to do a termite treatment all around the house. I'll put that on video, but my skid steer's coming. Anyways, here I go. Okay, so Char, that's the first thing I'm putting out. It's a DG product, has biochar, and it has humic acid. It has no nutrients. This is just to make my soil healthier and to hold on to the nutrients that I'm actually putting down. Because this place has almost no carbon inside of it, almost no organic matter besides the dirt I put on it. Okay, so this is the Char, and again, I am adding biochar and humic acid. I'm really driving pure, clean carbon into this. That's what I'm doing, pure, clean carbon, which takes thousands of years to develop. Which takes hundreds of years to develop in here, but will last for thousands of years. So this is not just a treatment that goes away. That's one of the benefits of it. When you put down Char, you are building and building and building. It's an investment that builds over time. Unlike a fertilizer, you put it down and eventually it goes away. Char doesn't. So that's why it's so important in Dirt Booster as well too. It's an investment in your soil. So I know that some of this stuff is expensive, but I mean, I'm telling you, Char is amazing stuff. So you're going to put it down, especially during the winter time. Man, put it down, put it down, put it down, build up that carbon. Next, I'm going to put down my PGF Balance, put it down at basically the bag rate or a little bit higher. I'll probably put it down a little bit higher here. I'm going to put 3 bags down. And I haven't measured this. I'm guessing the total area is 4,000 square feet maybe. I got to measure it, maybe 4,000 or 5,000 square feet. But I'm going to put down 3 bags of this on here. And I am going, by the way, I am going out this way too a little bit. Not just here, but also I'm throwing seed out around some of these other areas. What I need to do next year is I need to take some of that PGF Balance and I need to throw it around my pecan trees. David was up there and he goes, man, he said, you have got a pretty good pecan crop this year. So all the pecan trees out front have pecans on them. He said, dude, they're $9 a pound. You can sell them. I said, I don't have time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass the word along and say, basically, you can come pick up pecans for free if you'll make me a pecan pie. Because, you know, skinny guys, we like to eat. So PGF Balance is next. So let me explain what I'm talking about here. Now, when I had the Char in, my openings were almost all the way open. I was just dumping it out. However, when you put out a mild fertilizer, the particle size has to be small. This is what I'm talking about, folks, right there. It's one of the smallest particle sizes in the industry. It's the only 10-10-10 designed for lawns. Got it? Specifically because of the particle size. the micronutrients and the, I believe it's 2% iron. So next I'll put that out. So we keep a cooler with a case of water and ice here, and then I bring grape squirt bottles that have vitamins and electrolytes in them. Gosh, so it's like, I don't know, it must be like 7:30 in the morning, and I'm drenched. Look at me, I'm soaking wet. Why am I green? That's from the grass seed. The other day I was blue because I put pond dye in the pond. Now today I'm green. But man, you know, it's funny because a lot of people don't understand when you have real high humidity, the sweat from your body can't dry, it doesn't evaporate. And so you're not cooling, and so your body continues to sweat and continues to sweat and continues to sweat. So when you have high humid, so when you're 92, 94 degrees and you're at 90% humidity, you need to be drinking probably one of these every 30 to 60 minutes. And that's what I tell my guys. I said, just there's 2 cases of water in the garage. You need to stop, take a break, and drink. You have to drink all day long. You have to start early in the morning, and you have to continue to drink all day long. But anyways. All right, so now I'm going to hook up the hose. Actually, what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to fill up my spray tank. I need to mix up. I am spraying a mix of glyco and final sand. Now, final sand is an all-natural organic weed killer, and basically it removes the waxy surface from plants and it dehydrates them. It just knocks this stuff out like crazy. But it's, I mean, you can basically eat it. It's organic listed, so it's a really safe herbicide. And so what I can do is I have to use glyphosate up there because I'm seeding, and so I need something that won't be active in the soil, because as soon as it hits the soil, it's basically done. So I can reduce my glyco down to 50% when I use the final sand. That's what I've learned. So if I mix a 50-50 and put half of the final sand and half of the glyco, it's a really effective killer up there on the fields. And the fields are far enough away from any water source that I don't have to worry about it. When I get down around the pond, I am using the final sand and diquat. Diquat is actually safe around fish, so it's a safe water. It's safe around fish. So anyways, time to water and I'm all done. Man, I'll tell you what, if you don't get out here early and work, you're screwed. So I let the sprinkler run the whole time I've been up in the field. I've been spraying that field because we're going to replant it. And man, it just looks great, doesn't it? So this is the new backyard, and it's kind of crazy. I'm tired of having my boots wet. So let me tell you some of the problems that I'm dealing with. I'm probably going to put a stone patio, and then I'm going to put a grass yard back here, and then we'll put a fence for the girls so they have a place to go. So I probably got a good water depth is at least an inch in here as far as the water penetration. So all my seed will be wet and germinate. I'm putting my sprinkler here, and I'm putting it here, and I'm putting it over here, and then I'm moving it over here. So that shallow well that I'm running this off of is actually doing really well. We'll see how long it holds up. If that shallow well goes out, I'm kind of screwed here. I could pull out of the pond and irrigate this, but the problem is I'm using a herbicide, a fish-safe herbicide in the pond that has a 25-day residual. So I have to wait 2 more weeks before I use any pond water to irrigate this, because I'll basically be spraying herbicide on top of new grass. So I hope this has helped you guys, especially with new seeding. Now remember, on this lawn, now at the beach house, we brought in 4 inches of topsoil because it was horrible. Here, I only put probably about 1 inch or 2 1.5 inches maybe on this whole thing. And what I'm doing, instead of using a whole bunch of added soil, I'm using treatment. So I'm using Char. I'll be putting down dirt booster eventually. I'm putting down nutrients, and it'll grow. Because let me give you an example. Tall fescue will pretty much grow anywhere. See back there? I threw down some tall fescue seed just on that clay, and look at it. It grows. Wow, it is scorching hot out here. I came close to getting heat exhaustion today out there after all that work, and then I worked the fields, and then I had to hand spread the fields. Man, I'll tell you what, it was exhausting. Anyways, if you're planting new sod, new seed, what I'm going to tell you is use all fast release products and put it out mild. I'd much rather have you come out every couple of weeks and do a mild treatment of fertilizers. Next, Char. Put down Char. If you can get it into your soil before you put down sod or before you're putting down your seed, put tons of Char down. Get that carbon into the soil. And then once it starts to grow, put down some dirt booster and get that mycorrhizal fungi. That'll really help your roots. Again, mycorrhizal fungi is so important to root and root development and how the uptake of nutrients and water to the plant. So once I see germination out there, I'll go put down some dirt booster out on that property. Hope this helped you guys. Hit subscribe. I got 40 videos coming. So hold on. Duh.